The next piece that I'm going to play for you is by Kummer. He was a 19th century composer and wrote a number of chamber pieces. This particular etude is in F-sharp minor, and it might help to play the scales of both of the pieces before you practice them. Now a few suggestions for the second etude. The second etude by Kummer is, again, in F-sharp minor. Many students are preoccupied with their fingers and the articulation, but really the articulation will be cleaner if you be sure that you've practiced your fingers first, and that whole first section can be practiced slurred. In that way, your fingers become even, and the takata is going to be even on top of that. Another important thing to consider is that this opens with an eighth note, which is a duple rhythm. It's followed by triplets, so that first C sharp is ever so slightly longer than the triple tonguing that follows it. Another important point is to make sure that in the fourth line, your pickup to the triplets, to the slurred chromatic section, is definitely a 16th note rather than the 8th notes that sometimes precede these. We have a couple of phrases that have those 16th note pickups, so be sure you do that. Now, a lot of times you get to the high notes, those high A's and the high G sharps, and you have a sforzando on them and you just cringe because you think they're so high. Play them right out with plenty of air behind them and make sure there's some vibrato there as well. There's nothing that sounds worse than a high note on the flute without that vibrato. So if we're doing... You see how without vibrato, they don't sing. Here's the same passage with vibrato. One last comment for this etude. When you get to the dolce section, be careful that the termination of the trill in the second measure is an F double sharp, and then it's immediately followed by an F sharp. So listen to that carefully. It's when you have those big spaces in the second statement of that theme, make sure that the silences are really silent. Don't move during them. Don't even breathe or lose contact with your listener. You're still playing through those rests, so keep the rests exciting. That's as if you're anticipating something. Well, I hope these few tips that I've suggested to you help you in your preparation for your auditions, and I wish you very well and look forward to meeting you.